And welcome to Community Shield, a program brought to you by the Houston Police Department. Today we are visiting our friends from Boys and Girls Club. They have a great event that's going to happen this weekend, and we want to bring light to this event. And of course, we have our friends from the Boys and Girls Club. We're going to have some of the guys at work, some of the people that work with the kids, some of the teachers, and some of the aides. They're going to be here talking to us about what the daily work in the Boys and Girls Club is, and just give us more information on the daily work that happens here, the daily grind. And of course, later on in the program, you're going to see the Houston Police Department visiting a school there in the Alief School District area. It's in an intermediate school, and you're going to be able to see some of the work that we're going to be doing over there. For example, we did a traffic stop with the kids. These are sixth graders. Amazing. Can you imagine that?
That's cool.
Sixth graders. Now, joining me in the program, we have Mr. Barnes. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
Good. Now tell me, Mr. Barnes, what do you represent and why are we here today?
Well, I'm glad that you guys are here. I'm Ricardo Barnes. I'm the Executive Director of the Center of the Spring Branch Family Development Center, of which Boys and Girls Club is just one of the partners. We have 9 partners altogether, all nonprofits. And we are glad that you guys are inquiring about the event that we have planned for Saturday. It's a great opportunity for the community to come out and check every service that we have and interact with the staff, and then find out what do they need to become members, or engage with the clinic, or engage in a whole bunch of different activities that we will have planned for them here.
That's right. We're talking about the Spring Fiesta happening in this location. Of course, how do we get here to the Boys and Girls Club?
Well, it's on 8575 Pittner. It's in Spring Branch. And if you can get to Hollybrook Elementary, we are not that far. We're probably 3/4 of a mile from Hollybrook on Pittner. And then Pittner is a very unique street. It's a street that starts on Hollister and ends up in Sodden. And we have about 8,000 residents that live on Pittner.
I don't want to skip the part where you mentioned there's a couple of nonprofit organizations that are actually sharing this facility. Can you tell me, expand a little bit on that?
Sure. We have Panda Path School for Children, which is a Spring Branch ISD pre-K and pre-K. And there we have kids either from 3-year-old and another one for 4-year-olds. So it's a fantastic opportunity for kids to really, and the parents to get engaged with the school district. In the middle building is the one that we're in, is Boys and Girls Club, which is our after-school programming facility. And then in the building to our left is where the clinic, it's the Spring Branch Community Health Center is there, WIC, Women, Infant, and Children, for the families that have kids under the age of 5 or moms that are currently pregnant. And then on the front side, we have the Pelton Children's Center.
Wow.
We have English as a second language through the Harris County Department of Education. We have access to Medicaid and food stamps in partnership with the Houston Food Bank, as well as Community Health Choice. And we also have family services and Therapy Connections.
So you are the person that I needed to talk to today. Absolutely. You got the whole rundown of this place. You got a school, you got the Boys and Girls Club for after school program, you got medical attention, you got financial assistance for families. You got the whole works here happening.
We do.
On Pittner Street. So search on Google. If you put Boys and Girls Club, you put Pittner Street, you'll find this location. And of course, this Saturday, we are having an event where kids, the entire family is invited. It's called the Spring Fiesta. What are we going to see in this Spring Fiesta?
Well, for the Spring Fiesta, what we intend to do is to really open the doors of all 3 buildings and allow families to come and interact with the different entities that are here, find out what it is that we do, how we do it. But there's a whole bunch of things that are fun. We will have a petting zoo. We will have the library cruiser from the Harris County Community Public Library System, handing out some books. We will also have other activities outside in the parking lot, as well as some gifts and Easter egg hunt.
Okay, Easter egg hunt, that's a family favorite. Now, why is it so important for us to invest in our kids right now?
Well, the kids, as we see the kids, is really an investment in our future, and really investment as to who's going to be in leadership positions later on, who's going to be assuming positions in clinics, and who's going to be assuming positions in teaching. So we want to make sure that they have the foundation they need to become the best that they choose to become.
There it is. And of course, if we invest in our kids right now, we won't have to invest in other, like the criminal justice system later on, our prisons, where we take care of our kids, we teach them early on, and we don't let anybody fall through the cracks. We are helping them become successful and keep themselves away from going into the criminal justice system, which is something that there's millions and millions of dollars that's spent every single year. So let's get the kids from the beginning. Let's provide them the services that they need, and let's give them an opportunity to be who they are called to be, right?
Yeah, and not just the kids, but also the families, because we would like to help the families help their kids by learning all the resources that are available and learning the skills that will really be helpful for them to help the kids later on. I
see you have the Pelch in here, the Family U, you have the Panda Path.
Correct.
Okay, you got some of the sponsors here, Family Houston, Spring Branch, and you have a Community Health Choice. Of course, they're going to be talking about healthcare choices.
Correct.
The Boys and Girls Club, a big sponsor to this, and this is one of the locations where it's going to be hosted, and just a plethora of people helping out.
Yes, and it'll be Saturday from 9 to 11.
9 to 11. A good phone number for people to call if they have any questions?
Yes. They can call 713-996-8781.
713-996
8781.
8781. Anything else that you would like to share with us here on Community Shield?
No, we're looking to really showcase the center, and please stop by. We'll be delighted to meet you and show you all the things that we have to offer.
Amazing. There it is. Thank you, Mr. Barnes, for being out here and for helping us out spread the word about Spring Fiesta happening Saturday, April the 9th, which is this Saturday here at the Pittner location, Boys and Girls Club. It's going to be like an open house. Multiple organizations, nonprofits are going to be here helping out and providing the information that you need, taking care of all kinds of things, anything from after-school programs, healthcare, assistance, and medicine, everything, right?
Correct.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Barnes, for joining us.
Thank you so much.
In just a few seconds, we're going to come back with our friends from the Boys and Girls Club. We got some interesting workers here that are going to be talking to us about what they do on an everyday basis. And of course, I'm going to just, again, remind you that later on in the program, we will be visiting a school in the west side of Houston. And you're going to see some interesting things. Officer Collins is going to be there with us, and also Officer Jones and myself. Poli Chicho is going to make an appearance here, so stick around. Community Shield of the Houston Police Department.
Thank you.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Spring Branch Boys and Girls Club here on 8575 Pittner Road. My name is Oscar, and this is...
I'm Victoria.
We're two YDSs here at the Boys and Girls Club, and we're ready to give you a tour of you guys are. Come on, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so right here, this is our main entrance. This is where we have our membership coordinator. She checks in all of our members, takes attendance for us. We have our director over there, and then this is the main entrance for us to come in through. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started with the Learning Center. So if we come this way, the Learning Center is where we do our STEM activities, reading, our little library, stuff like that, to help the kids better with their homework and after school stuff. So this is our Learning Center. It's getting a little bit renovated, so it's just in the process of it. And this is where the kids, like I said, do STEM and do reading books and learn a little bit more about science and stuff. All right,
and here we have our teen room. This is where teens will hang out. It's also currently getting renovated, so we'll be getting some new furniture, some TVs to put on the walls. This is just kind of space for the older kids to hang out, and they can play video games and just any kind of games, homework, whatever they need, and just kind of have their own space away from the younger kids.
All right, so next we have our tech lab. So right here, this is where the kids do a lot of computer activities, for example, programs that we have like Book Nook and other programs like Math Express, just to help these kids, like I said, same thing as the Learning Center, homework and any after school help that they need. All right, so right here we have our little lawnmower that we have to cut the grass every so often for our kids to enjoy the little projects that we have for them. All right, so next we have our game room. This is, where we have a lot of our big games, our pool table, hockey table, and board games. Victoria, if you want to.
Yeah, so this is our social recreation space. So this is kind of where they learn how to follow the rules of games and winning and losing, sharing, taking turns, and things like that.
All right, so next we have our gym. This is where the Victoria has her specialty, so she'll give us a little more info about what we do here.
So this is where the healthy lifestyles aspect comes into play. We've got triple play that we incorporate here, where we do different things with different age groups. We have the free kicks that we do with the soccer. That's when we had the Dynamo coach come out, work with the kids on soccer techniques. We had Best Shot, which was the basketball, where we teach them basketball. As you can see, we have a volleyball net, so we're trying to focus on volleyball right now a little bit, and just kind of teaching how to hit a volleyball and things like that. And then we are going to be starting baseball soon, so super excited.
All right, so here we have our little bulletin board that one of our volunteers actually did for us. She's been trying to try to change a little bit of bulletin boards, put some great messages out for the kids so that they can read them and incorporate them into their life. All right, so next we have our Kids Cafe. This is right here where we serve the kids lunch, which is provided by the Houston Food Bank. It's every day, they get a different meal. It's offered for every kid here at the club, and this is what they do here. And we also have our cooking class every now and then. All right, so right here, the next room we're at is the art room. Right here, we have our art wall that all this artwork has been done by the students. I wanted to showcase some of the art projects that they do. For example, we had our Black History Month art project, and then just a little Free Friday watercolor painting. And every kid, decided to do something different. So that's what I wanted to showcase for our art wall. All right, and then last we have our art room, which I just mentioned. This is where the kids do daily arts, which is painting or any arts and crafts that they do. Different art projects that we have them do every week, and then also a little bit of, crafts, depends on the occasion that we're in the month. For example, Easter, Christmas, or stuff like that. All right, and this concludes our mini tour for the Boys and Girls Club.
Make sure you join us this Saturday for our family fiesta at 9 a.m. Be there, and it'll be lots of fun. We got games and all kinds of stuff, so hope to see you guys there.
Órale. Yeah, we're just having fun here. This is Community Shield of the Houston Police Department. We hope you enjoyed the tour that we were given by our friends here. And we're going to continue with the discussion that we started a few minutes ago with Mr. Barnes, the director, and of course the one we can blame for this event happening this weekend. Now, before we continue, let's get into what is the Boys and Girls Club. Who wants to take that question? Who wants to tackle that question head on? Come on now. Or you both can tackle it on.
So the Boys Club is a nonprofit organization, that, we help out with kids after school program, with literacy, when it comes to activities, daily arts, the gym, and just social recreation and stuff like that.
There it is, social recreation, and we also have the involvement of the Houston Police Department. You get a couple of officers over here. Who comes out here this way?
Well, we do have our police mentors, every so often they come over here, speak with our children, give them information about the importance, like the criminal justice part of, here. And as well as, other people, sponsors like the Texans, the Dynamo, Astros, Rockets, stuff like that.
Okay, I do see the importance of having a uniformed officer here to speak to the kids. I remember participating in the DARE program back in the day. I had an officer visiting our classroom, and just how impactful it was to see a law enforcement officer there with us, and just to be able to talk to him and get that kind of intimate one-on-one. The questions and just having a mentor that's an adult, right? It's so impactful. Have you? What is the reaction of the kids here when the officers are here?
They get really excited, and they're very grateful to our officers that come and volunteer. Mentoring them every now and then. They're really grateful for our police officers.
Okay. Any officers that come out here and that you make friends with?
Yeah. So we do have the ABADs and Ms. A. They're really good mentors that come visit us every so often and, volunteer, mentor these kids because, that's what they enjoy to do. So.
That's right. And that's something that our chief, Troy Finner, is always pushing. He if he's got a heart for something, he's got a heart for kids. Yeah. Kids is number one. He always gives all the time to kids to listen to their questions and to their concerns. There are so many programs that the Houston Police Department has with youth, and of course Boys and Girls is one of them. That's why we continue to come out here and talk to kids. Now, how do you become a member of the Boys and Girls Club?
Well, that's a good question. If the child has insurance like Community Health Choice or the Texas Children's Health Plan, it's free of charge. Now, if they don't have those resources, it's only a $10 fee for the whole after-school program for the whole year. Okay, so it's only $10.
So only $10. Mm-hmm. And how do you apply for the Boys and Girls Club, or where do you go to sign up? Do you just visit a location, and what do you do?
Right. Well, there's two options. You can come right here to the club and fill out the application right in here. Or there's a second option. You can fill out the application online, which is very convenient for parents that cannot attend or they have work or whatever have you. They can fill out the application online.
Okay.
And then they just come over, and if the child is 5 years, we do ask that they just bring a birth certificate and the most recent report card, and that would be all.
Nice. Okay. So there it is. It's so simple. If you have one of these insurances, what's it called?
The Texas Children's Health Plan.
Texas Children's Health Plan or Community Health Choice. It's free. Yes. Okay, there it is. All right. So, what are the benefits of becoming a member of the Boys and Girls Club? I know we've spoken about some of the after-school programs where we help the kids do their homework. I've seen it in action. Actually, this room that you see here, the one we just walked through, the library, we had a group of kids from a certain grade level were here. The next room that you walked us through just a few seconds ago, that was another room for another grade level. And then we had the gym. And then we had another set of classrooms, a computer lab. What are the benefits of becoming a member?
So the benefits of becoming a member, like you said, is a great after-school program. We offer homework assistance. And then, we also have, like you said, our game room, our gym, then we do have certain events that, these kids get to participate, programs that we run. For example, like during the school year, we have our Best Shot which was with the Rockets, and the kids even played at the Toyota Center for a tournament. And we also have like Dynamo coaches that come over here and train the kids every now and then. And we also have other programs, like Daily Arts, and then like you said, Tech Lab, to improve the kids with any assistance that they need in school.
How long have you been here?
So right now I have been here for about to make a year. So I actually made a year.
There you go. Yes. Have you seen a transformation in some of the kids that come very often?
Yes. I mean, you just see them grow up from, it's an instant, it's just crazy how one day, they're small and then the next day they just grow up. And, some of these kids become really good kids. They change their attitude, work on themselves, and, are good examples of what it is to be a member here.
Okay, so we got the after-school programs. What are the age groups that you see kids participating here? What are the age groups and what are the grade levels that you guys help with?
So we do offer from, like she said, from 5 to 17. Okay. And then so that's from kinder through 5th grade. And then we do have our teens, which is like our middle school and up. And we do have our volunteers that are teenagers and come and volunteer over here for the after-school program.
Okay, there it is. What type of what type of kids are you guys helping? Is this like, do you find helping a lot of the low income kids in the neighborhood?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, so I mean, right here, we're right in Pittner. We have all these apartment complex right down the street. So it's a very Latino based community. So that's one of our majority, I would say, in ethnicity.
And you guys are in I would call it, this is a hot spot. This is a hot zone. You do have an enormous amount of apartment complexes all around you guys, and there is crime issues that are happening just west of the Boys and Girls Clubs. I've seen the calls for service, shootings, the shootings in the air, and all that. And of course, it's something that we are mitigating as the Houston Police Department, and we're continuing to work, but you guys are working the side of keeping the kids together, keeping the kids from we're going through a pandemic, right? And they're going through so much, and you guys are keeping them in a way interacting with each other and still making friends, making connections. How important is these connections that you guys see all the time happening here?
Yeah, so I mean, like we do. For 5 schools, or we are located for 5 schools in the area. So it's just like every kid comes from a different school, and they make long friendships. So in the future, they'll remember these days that they were here and just all the good things that they did. And especially with this pandemic, it's been going on for 2 years. A lot of change that has happened within the community and stuff like that, but it's a really great thing that we're still able to be open and serving these kids through these tough times.
There you go. ¿Usted, señorita?
I would say it gives them a sense, like you mentioned, due to the epidemic, and they're so enclosure and coming here and they get to interact with their friends and having a good time. It's all about the kids and having a great time, and if we can provide that and they can get away from all the things in the world that are going on.
It's a feeling of being a member of something, right?
Correct.
Membership. So many kids get involved in the wrong routes and the wrong things out there. They hang around with the wrong people because they want to feel like they're part of something. If they don't have it at home, if they don't have the attention from their parents to become part of that family unit, it's. I know it sounds like, what do you mean? Yeah, the family unit is so important when you have a father and a mother active in the lives of these kids, but you have kids out there that actually don't have an interaction with a mom or their dad, and they go home to sometimes nothing until mom gets there, maybe later on in the day sometime, and they feel just completely left out. So what do? They go out and they find something to be a part of, and sometimes they don't make the right choices. And this is a place to be part of something.
Definitely.
Any experiences that you would like to share on kids and how you've been able to impact their lives, and how positive it's been?
Yeah, so I mean, these kids, once they see a new face, they're very friendly. They welcome you with big arms, you know, they share very personal things with you, and it's like important, you know, that you hear them out, because sometimes, you know, they don't have that attention at home. So, you know, that's what we're here for, you know, to offer them the support they need, a mentorship, you know, they see us as mentors, you know, sometimes father figure, mother figure, older brother, older sister, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it's an important thing for us to do here.
And that makes a huge difference. Again, if you want to be a volunteer in the Boys and Girls Club, how do you, is there a place for them, or is this strictly people that are working here to facilitate?
There is definitely options. If you want to volunteer, just go ahead and look at us online.
Okay.
Or come into the club.
Okay.
And we'll be more than glad to answer all those questions.
Who do they ask for?
Mariel.
Mariel is here, and Mariel is going to attend you in the front office. Mariel, gracias, Mariel. Okay, we are going to continue with Community Shield. Again, you're going to see this visit that we did to one of our intermediate schools in the west side of Houston. Officer Collins, Officer Jones, Polichicho, myself were there. So we're going to take it there as we continue with Community Shield in just a few seconds. Again, let me just remind you of what's going on this Saturday, April the 9th, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. So it's nice and early. So you guys get here. It's the Boys and Girls Club located on Pittner Street. Okay.
Yes.
Pittner Street. Look for it on Google. Google it right there. Boys and Girls Club on Pittner in Houston, Texas. Saturday, April 9th at 9 o'clock. The Spring Fiesta. It's going to be an open door. You're going to be able to see this facility completely open, so you guys can see what goes on in the Boys and Girls Club and in the other nonprofit organizations that are just surrounding this campus. So let's take it to our friends at Alden. All right, this beautiful intermediate school where we had a good chance to speak to the kids and really speak to them truth. Oh, and you're going to see a traffic stop. The kids participated. Oh, they were so joyful. And then Polichicho did a couple of things in there that are, I don't know. You got to see them yourself. Share the program, Community Shield of the Houston Police Department. Gracias. Chocolate. Yeah. Nervous? No, hombre. No.